Remy Show podcast. It's the Mason and Remy Show podcast. It's just two guys and a bad change in the key. I don't think it works in that range. We'll go back to the podcast. We should really have somebody who knows music do the song, but instead it's me. Hi.
Brutally honest intro.
For someone who loves musicals as much as you, how have you let me do this for so long and never once asked to do it yourself? I really don't understand. I really thought you would want to.
It just gets better and better every week.
Does it?
Yes.
I'm glad that you find humor in my sadness. Good morning.
Good morning. How was your weekend?
That healthy slurp was brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. It's all over my glasses.
The sponsor that we've been trying to get, or that Mason has been trying to get for years, but still has not knocked.
I had a doctor's appointment last week because we thought I had kidney stones, and I thought it was the end of our relationship.
I was.
You shut your mouth.
Sorry.
But the doctor told me that I have no kidney stones at all. And you know what else? I haven't told you this. Between my knees and my belly button, no cancer.
That's good.
I know, man. It's
That's
a
good.
reason to celebrate.
Were you talking to me or the Kickstart?
Kickstart.
Okay, good.
You knew. I told you that last week. Good morning, Monique. Welcome. It's Mason and Remy after our Mundane weekend. That's anything but mundane, as one of us became an uncle and the other one bought a jersey at the NHL All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
How is baby and family?
Everybody's good. We went on Friday night and we went back to Bloomington. My brother and his wife had a baby, so I am an uncle of sorts. I guess I was an uncle before. My wife has 6 nieces, and I was those are kind of
You're an uncle-in-law.
Inherited, you know what I mean?
You're an uncle-in-law, right?
I came into the relationship with those, so and they're all older now. I think the youngest is 13, 14, so this whole baby thing is weird because, you'll get to see the baby grow from day of birth on and get to be in their life for that long too. So her name is Peyton Ray, and she was born on the 24th, 9 pounds, 3 ounces, big baby. She was in the oven a little bit longer, about a couple days longer than the due date. So to be expected, healthy, eating well, doing well. Photogenic. My sister was, who was a photographer, was like taking pictures in the room, and it was good. It was fun to see my brother in a different light, because I feel like I've always seen him as my little brother, and I'm sure he hates to be called little. He's definitely not little. I think he's taller than me, but very cool to see him in a dad mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not fully engaged, and anybody who's a parent who has been through this,
No, he's got a couple of weeks of no sleep to get it, right?
Well, the thing is at the hospital, you don't really feel the full effects because you've got nurses, you've got doctors, you got people disrupting your sleep anyway.
Okay.
But sometimes the baby's taken away to get blood drawn or whatever, so they keep him in the nursery for like 4 or 5 hours.
So you still have time without the baby, is what you're saying. So you're not fully fathered.
Yes,
I get it.
So
also, sorry not to interrupt, but you also took the time in Bloomington Normal to get a haircut, it looks like.
I did, yeah.
Well done.
A little haircut.
Well done. Welcome to the Two White Guys in Gray Hoodies and Hats podcast.
Every single hoodie I own or shirt I own is like a shade of gray.
I guess I should remove him. That's his thing. You can never grow a beard or get glasses.
That's true.
It's okay.
Yeah. I will be blind for the rest of my life, or poke my eyes with contacts.
No, you are eligible for LASIK. They can get you into lasers if you wanted. You should do that, because I'm not going to do that.
So far, so good. Left eye is going on me.
Rest in
apparently.
peace, Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Rip
Back
left
to
eye.
you becoming an uncle.
Yeah. It was.
I cut you off to talk about your haircut.
No, it's fine.
I'm very good at that, and I apologize.
It was good to see everybody, obviously, and my mom is very happy. This is her first grandma experience, I guess, with him. Obviously, she's got 3 grandchildren now, which is a big deal. Adding to the list, adding to the roster.
The clan grows, the tribe grows. David, hello. Dawn, hello. Welcome. Good to see you.
It was I was and I kind of told Lauren before we got there. I was like, so when you're holding the baby, just know that we've discussed that we're probably not going to go through this again. And she was like, it's fine, it's okay. And then as we were leaving, she's
you
like,
thought it was going to rub off on her? Thought she was going to get some baby on her again?
I thought it was going to rub off on me. And as we were leaving Peoria, which is where they're at, she's like, I feel like this weird, like, I miss Peyton, I miss the baby, and I was like,
it's like David, who's in the chat, just he and his wife just announced they're having another baby. So
yeah, congratulations.
Congrats to everybody there. And
I've been
like
talking
to take this time to announce we're not ever having a baby.
Well, I was talking to salespeople last week about getting a vasectomy. So
yeah, and just in time.
We've been talking about that for about a year now.
Remy's
but
mom
I think,
joins.
Oh, hey mom.
She brought him into this world, and she'll hear about how they're going out. Congratulations once again.
Yeah,
Grandma Gail.
Yeah, Grandma Gail. Who knows what she'll be called with their children.
With these kids, yeah. It was Grandma and Papa for me. I know you got, is it Gima and...
Gigi and Papa.
Gigi and Papa.
And that's my parents. And then Grandma and Grandpa are Lauren's parents. So
Gotcha.
easy, because it's funny because
ZNS.
like
Whenever
Emerson is being talked to by like, she was talking to Melissa over the weekend, and Melissa like said grandma, and she goes, no, it's Gigi. Like Emerson's
different.
Now like correcting. It's a different
One day
person.
you'll get to see the wonder in her eyes when she realizes that her name is actually Gail.
Yeah.
And wait, you have a name? Because mine was Grandma Z and Grandma S, Grandma Schrader and Grandma Zucker. So I was blown away. Like, it took me years to go, Ethel? Her name was Ethel?
Yeah. So that was the biggest thing on my weekend for the most part. I mean, we watched bits and pieces of the Grammys last night. And of course, I hopped in the car it was yesterday. I hopped in the car to go donate some old baby clothes to Goodwill. And I was listening to the radio, and the air talent that was in Bloomington popped on and said breaking news. And I was like, oh gosh. Breaking news in Bloomington Normal. What could this possibly be? Is there
breaking news on the world?
Someone pulled over on Veterans Parkway? Like, what's going on? And,
no,
and then he said allegedly, Kobe Bryant had passed away in a helicopter accident. And initially, you're like, okay, this is reported by TMZ, which is weird to say. It's kind of a credible source now.
That's what's really funny is they were the ones who first reported Michael Jackson's death. I was on the air in Bloomington. I came on the air on that and went, breaking news, Michael Jackson is dead.
Yeah.
TMZ is reporting. I guess TMZ got scolded by the police.
Yeah, they did. There's 9 people on the helicopter, and you hear a lot of people saying, well, we're all talking about Kobe, and there was 8 other people, including his daughter, on the aircraft.
I get that. Yeah.
And the thing that I wanted to differentiate is, yes, like every human life is valuable. We understand that. But Kobe devoted his life to being in the public eye. So, of course, he's going to get more publicity when it comes to this. He's touched more lives in a sense. I wasn't even a basketball player, and I'm freaking hugging my wife last night and tearing up. And I wasn't even like a huge Kobe fan. But I know from, what people have been saying that he's a great father.
Yeah.
He's a great father figure to a lot of people.
Great player, great athlete.
His father figure,
legendary.
That's the Jerry West, I think is his name, the guy that, quote, discovered him. They've been interviewing him like crazy, and he's like you can just tell he's just been crying for the last, ever since he got the news.
With the wife and family, he goes beyond sports. And if you've ever, I don't watch basketball. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we don't have a pro team here.
I'm no one to speak on it, but I do this. Kobe.
Oh, you missed.
You're missing the point.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yes.
Transcended just sports.
For sure.
He goes to every time I've thrown a grenade in a video game in a window. Kobe. It goes like that, man. And unfortunately, the family with him on the plane and left behind, and those others as well. I think there was a coach and. Of course, the pilots and all that stuff. It's sad.
Well, when they showed the wreckage, because I was in it after I heard
and
that.
And you do that. You do that. You go down that rabbit hole, and you'll find the rawest video of the worst thing. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. So when they were showing the wreckage, I was like, man, it is super foggy. And
out in California?
Yeah, but this was probably 15, 20 minutes after they had announced that Kobe was on the helicopter. Come to find out that the helicopter is actually owned by the state of Illinois at one point. I think it was in use from like 2007 to 2011 or something. He bought it in 2014.
Who did?
It's beside the point. Kobe.
Oh, it was Kobe's copter.
It was
I
Kobe's
did not know that.
helicopter.
I
So
did not know
Kobe,
that.
he actually had started commuting to and from practice and to and from games in that helicopter. So it had been with him for some time. But I've got a couple of YouTubers that I watch, Becky and Chris, who have a helicopter, and the amount of planning that goes into a helicopter trip, and what they call VFR, having visibility, because in a helicopter it's a lot harder to get altitude above the clouds, and once you're up above the clouds, it's they like to stick in that 1,000 to 3,000 feet in the air. And that fog can creep up.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen them like just stay grounded in wherever they're at. If they're at breakfast and wherever, because they get stuck there because there's fog you can't see.
No, man.
I don't know.
I added helicopters to the list of things I'm not doing. Roller coasters, cruise ships, helicopters.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like a gust of wind or fog should not determine whether you live or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that I could be stranded at sea with an illness or something, no.
Yeah.
Let's go and twist your body in circles and take you up the highest and go 1,000 miles an hour down, as if to simulate your impending death. Why? I don't understand. I'm not into it. Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah. So I think that visibility is gonna have. If they haven't already talked about it, I feel like visibility is probably going to be the number one thing that they go to. I know the NTSB was out doing a press conference yesterday, and it just sucks. He's 41 years old. You got four daughters, and it just the whole thing. Like I hugged my children a little bit harder yesterday, and just was like felt was in the moment, and it sucks that it kind of takes those things sometimes to like make you realize and like put some perspective on, but he will be.
Doesn't matter who you are, man.
That's for sure.
One small thing can ruin it all. That's too bad.
How was your weekend, dude? Aside from, sorry to bring it down first, but
that's all right. I started with cancer and stuff too, so
that's true.
But that's how my weekend started. On Friday, I had the doctor's appointment, and I was very worried because previously on the Mundane Monday podcast, we talked about a little blood in my urine on Thanksgiving. We talked about that here, yeah?
Yes, we did.
Took way too long to find out and get to a urologist. The urologist looked at a scan that and said, "You're good. There's nothing." So they're thinking what it was something that passed.
Just weren't aware, didn't show any symptoms beforehand, kind of thing. And
I guess. No, I didn't feel anything. Nothing. And they said all the scans look good. And I was like, so do those scans? Like, I know you said there's no stones. Wait, can you see cancer with that? She said, oh yeah, from your thighs to your, just above your belly button, nothing. You got good organs, she said. That's what she said. Legitimately, because my doctor was a lady.
Between your thighs and your belly button, which is where the majority of them are, I guess.
So like when I was in there, I was like doing this, and they're like, "Stop!" I'm just kidding. All right. That didn't happen.
You just stay still and hold your breath.
It's an MRI. Breathe. Yeah. But no, that was like kind of how the weekend got started off. So I felt really good. Saturday, the NHL All-Star Game was in town, and Fan Fest happened at the Union Station. Mm-hmm. And wow, quite huge. Like so many trophies. I did an Instagram live on the New Country 92.3 FM Instagram, and you could see the Selke trophy. All the trophies were there from the NHL Hall of Fame, maybe.
Yeah.
But I got in there, saw Ryan O'Reilly's name on the side of one of them, and the line for the actual Stanley Cup was around the building. Like I came in at the end where the wheel is, and walked the entire length of that. What would you call that big room there?
Corridor.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the aquarium on the walls there. Lots of people getting jerseys customized, playing different games at the NHL Fan Fest, and waiting in line to meet the Stanley Cup. I would say legit 70% of the people that were there in that line were there in that quarter were in line. It was huge. And then they came out and said, sorry, guys, Stanley Cup has to go over to the game. And they were,
oh, Oh,
Man,
wow.
can you imagine waiting around for that? Good thing they brought it to work because we have the flagship radio broadcast station just down the hall.
Yeah, we get to see it
Stanley Cup champions.
pre-win.
Hello, Art.
In the box.
Good morning. Kevin went in the wheel and thought of me. Interesting.
Thanks, Kevin.
But yeah.
But they said that we set records with the amount of people that were there. Do you think that
At FanFest?
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
think
great.
that Stanley Cup was like? I mean, what I think is so cool about Stanley Cup is that after the team wins it, they make it so accessible for people to encounter.
It goes around. I mean, if you're in the town, like, think of the people who don't work with the Blues or know someone who has a bar where a Blues player hangs out,
Yeah.
or whatever that is, has an office where it comes. That's that line, and people who can come from other parts, to do that, to get in line, to take a picture with it. FanFest, I thought, that's very cool for our city. I don't think it's a tourist thing. I think it's for us. I thought, like, it was a way to say, hey, St. Louis, we recognize you're a hockey town, too. Big sports town here. In your face, Cronky. And Battlehawks. The Cup will always draw a crowd because of who didn't get to see it yet. I know we had a couple of, I still would go. I wouldn't wait in line.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get a chance to get like a real picture with it. When they brought it in, someone told us about it, and we went and knelt down next to its case.
In a box.
When we were on the air in Chicago, they brought it out. They held it up. They were like, here you go. And it was around the corner at a different place.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
But it's all about the keeper of the cup, the guy with the white gloves. That man is busy.
Yeah, that's a full-time job for sure.
It sure is.
Yeah, but the All-Star game was fun. I don't know if you got any chance to see it, but I'm kind of ashamed to admit that the fact that I've never actually seen an All-Star game in the NHL.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's okay. It's all 3-on-3.
I mean,
And
yeah,
it's like a miniature tournament. There's 4 different teams of 3-on-3.
There's a lot of differing opinions on that, actually.
But I thought it was like it just as an outsider.
Okay.
I liked it because I feel like
You're
it
not
might
the
be
biggest hockey guy.
yeah, I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah,
and
baseball
I
guy.
grew up
sure.
baseball, so hockey is, until we got to St. Louis, is a little bit foreign to me. But I thought it was fun because there's so many goals that are scored. You know what I mean?
It's a shoot fest, a shooting festival. You don't want to put the defensemen in because they might injure the good players. Think about the Pro Bowl for the NFL. If they actually were like, I'm gonna kill you, Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
there's not a whole lot of checking.
Right,
that,
right.
You know?
It's not about that. I would say it's more about the skills competition for me.
Yeah,
it's more when
Bennington did awesome.
Right, when the NBA comes, dunk contest. Right.
Yeah.
When the All-Star game for the baseball comes, nobody. I know it determines home field advantage.
Yeah.
Show me them hits.
Yeah.
Right.
Home run derby all day.
Absolutely,
Yep.
dude. Absolutely.
Yep.
But
yeah, so
still very cool. Very cool to be down there.
It was cool to see Bennington stopping all those guys. Like, I like
Shutting
seriously,
them
it was
down.
like just shot after shot. I think he let one go by. And
Did you see the video where Kane, excuse me, Patrick Kane of the Chicago Blackhawks came up to get on the bench, go into the bench area, and Jordan Bennington was sitting there, and the door to the bench was open. Did you see this? You haven't seen this? I'm gonna pull it up for you. The door to the bench was open. Bennington shuts the door, and Kaner looks at him, and is like, and he was coming, and he's like, nope, not here. Made him jump over.
Wow.
That Blues Blackhawks rivalry. I'll pull it up.
There was a smattering of boos and cheers.
Oh,
when,
yeah. No,
when,
he
when
posted-
Kane scored.
He posted about that too. I saw him post that. Thank you for the warm reception, or something along those lines here. Here, I'm going to show it to the camera here because here he is walking up and Bennington shutting the door on him. It's a.
That's awesome.
So you can see. Look on Bennington's face, like he makes eye contact, and Kane is looking as well. Kane knows. Kane's smiling. He's
it
like,
looked
okay.
legit.
See, that's huge, but that's a huge move. I said the gut reaction for Binner is to always shut the door on anyone in a Blackhawks jersey, obvious, or a Blackhawks sweater, obviously. So, sorry, Art. I know you're up in here. It was a good fan fest. So I did that Instagram live, and a little bit in the sausage side of things. There was a mishap in the scheduling. We were supposed to be there on Sunday. So the person that was scheduled to be on the air so I could do call-ins was on Sunday. So I didn't have anybody to
I was
call
wondering what
back
those
here.
emails were. I thought we were just on Saturday and
Yeah, we initially said Saturday, but there was a mix-up somewhere, and we just got thrown on the schedule for Sunday by accident, I think.
okay. I didn't even think there was anything going on Sunday because
It was still happening,
game was
man.
over.
No, this is fanfare, last few hours of fanfare, I guess, because some of the people that were there, like, you're coming back tomorrow. I was like, I can't, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see the fans. They had so much cool stuff set up. I bought a jersey.
Did you get the Blues All-Star
Yes.
version?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a big blue note, gray jersey. It kind of has silver bands around the side, which is supposed to be, the woman in the store told me that signifies the arch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And they have the stripes.
Yeah, same thing. Same stripes,
Yeah.
stripes around the arms, but the Blues logo is over top of the stripes.
And you were afraid that it wasn't going to be official if it was at fanfare. Was it official?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, they had a whole like authentic apparel fanfare section set up. I always want to go to the team store. I initially didn't even know that this fan fest was so far away from there. I thought it was on the street initially. I think when
okay.
I was wondering that.
Yeah. They shut down Enterprise.
Well, yeah,
street
they've done
there.
that before. Yeah, and they do that kind of thing for the Cardinals all the time. It's kind of like their home base, right? You set it up right there. Colleen said she's ready for baseball.
How much does authentic
I'd
All-Star?
rather not talk about it.
It had to be over $2.
I'd rather not talk about it. But it's got the All-Star 2020 NHL St. Louis, the arch on the patch on the side.
That's awesome.
It's a special
That's
occasion
awesome. I'm glad,
situation.
you're a Jersey guy.
I am-
Glad
I
you got a
am.
Jersey. It's been a while.
I do, yeah. I haven't bought myself something nice in a while. And I'll wear it in the Friday Jam, maybe. We'll see.
I like it.
Just don't spill anything on it. Is tomorrow the shoot? The Randy and Marv shoot?
It is tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Well, I guess I should say tomorrow, the return of Marvin Shivitz and Randy Hollywood. Randy and Marv at the movies.
We got, so the Oscars are coming up.
Yep.
Grammys were last night. And then the Super Bowl is this weekend. There's a ton of stuff going on for sure. I know you don't watch football, but who do you...
Was the football on this weekend?
Who
I
you
thought
got?
it was
No.
next week. Oh.
No, it is. It's this weekend. Super Bowl is this weekend.
That's the most football ignorant statement. Was the football on this weekend?
No, it was an off weekend.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Your dog's got to make a prediction this week, right?
Yes, Riley's got to do a prediction. I forget her record.
We'll figure it out.
I think she's...
It's always in the previous year's video, usually. So
Yeah, I think she's...
It's always in the video.
6-4. No, that'd make her 10. 5-3.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's not the
What-
best record.
It's at Kansas, and it's red and red. Kansas and the 49ers, right?
Yes.
That's what I remember. It's red versus red.
Yes.
It's the Red Bowl, the Murder Bowl,
It will be very red.
the Bloodbath.
I think the Chiefs are going to pull
In
this out. I think that...
Miami?
What?
Bloodbath in Miami?
Bloodbath in
The
Miami.
Bloodbath in Miami. The Miami Valentine slaughter.
The ocean will be filled with blood.
The streets will run red with the blood of the non-believers. I have no idea, man. I don't know anything about who's playing for what.
I think that
Hometown kid in me makes me want to say, I think I saw Austin Mahomes in a Blues jersey once. They're in Missouri, right?
Patrick.
Go team.
Yes.
Austin. Authenticity. I don't know nothing about nothing. Never claimed to. But yeah, so that's what's
Yeah,
going
I
on.
think I'll be going for the Chiefs. I mean, I have no attachment
Hey,
to the
Kathy.
49ers whatsoever, except that I learned back in school that there was a gold rush or something in California.
Yeah, no, you know what? Growing up, I feel like I was more of a 49ers fan because my buddy's dad was a huge 49ers fan. We always were at his house. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice era.
Yeah.
I remember that era.
Yeah, there's some legends.
I grew up in Michigan, and the Lions have always sucked. So you looked at other cities.
Looked at other avenues.
Yeah.
Who you got? Who you got?
Anybody but the Lions.
Mr. Joe Montana.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, it's good.
Go that route.
Oh, Kevin has a good question here. What about the groundhog? What will he see?
Groundhog Day.
It's coming up, man.
And going to Gobbler's Knob again.
It's
Live
on the
from
weekend, though.
Gobbler's
We won't
Knob.
be on the air for it.
Is
this
it?
time. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
We'll
We'll have to have our own Gobbler's
You can
Knob.
sleep in. What?
It sounds like a pie, doesn't it? Gobbler's Knob.
Can't say I've ever had that thought. You're alone. Welcome to Remytown, Population U.
Oh,
I
man.
have no idea what you're talking about. But that's okay. That's Mundane Monday. What's going on? Remy became an uncle. We went to the NHL fanfare. I spent all of Sunday putting a video together and deleted it. Oh, I feel like an idiot.
How'd you delete it? Did you delete the files and then just thought you had it?
All of it. I go through a thing that I normally do when I complete a video. I put everything into one pile, drag it, and I'm like, see ya. And it was just in that pile. That's all I can say.
Oh, the actual like mix down?
Time for that thing. Yeah, because I was out of space. I was like mixing down things to bring more in, and it was just a foolish move. And it was like 11 o'clock, and I was tired, and I went, well, that was a waste of a day.
Did you do any Google searches on how to get things back?
No. No, I have destroyed all of it. Like, I destroyed the source files that came from. It was just a dumb move, you know? It's a lesson to be learned. Yeah. And also, it's a good thing nothing was riding on it, because it's just for my stupid video game YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
it's like you see all those edits, and you're like, don't want to do that again. Did it once. Don't want to do it again. I'm sorry, man. That
Hello,
sucks.
Craig. Good to see you. You're just in time for us to wrap this up.
Yes.
I used to work with Craig in Michigan. Kevin said, between Mason and Remy, I think Mason is a big sleeper. Does that mean I am a sleeper pick in the battle of Mason and Remy, or that I like to sleep?
Kevin always coming with the gems.
Coming with something. The groundhog. He said, I'm getting in shape. I think Kevin's coming on to me. I appreciate it, Kevin.
That's the perfect time to end the podcast.
I'm a married man. You can always follow us on Instagram or Twitter and send us everything. You're already watching on Facebook, so I'm glad we're friends. Thanks for being here. I guess we should plan a radio show and get to a day's work.
Oh, no, you care about the fish tank's gone. Didn't even notice.
I watched you carry it out on Friday. I didn't publicly. I will tweet about Remy's fish tank to
Grammy Awards and
publicly comment. Did you see my Grammy tweet?
I did.
Yeah?
I did, yeah.
You want to talk about that before we go?
Sure.
Grammys are garbage.
I think you said all award shows are garbage,
And then when we get an award, I will humbly accept and say, oh my gosh, it's such an honor to be nominated. I'm just going to say that now so that when I do it, you can shut up. Just letting you know. If we ever win something, I'm going to be a gracious winner and this is an honor. Great. Hopefully we didn't have to pay for it. I think everything is
That's the best part about awards is they'll be like, hey, you won an award. That'll be $300, please. Thank you.
I got to go book a hotel. I would rather just work. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, the Grammy CEO was like fired recently and has been on a press, and sometimes I wonder if this is a new culture of anti-advertising. Did you know that there was a woman who wrote a fiction book about a migrant's journey from Mexico to America who was supposed to speak this weekend in St. Louis, and they canceled it because someone said, how dare you, a white woman, speak about the Mexican immigrant experience?
I had no idea.
It's a fiction. It's a story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fact, but people are mad, so they immediately canceled it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they canceled she's got like the number 6. I heard this. Thank you, KMOX. I heard this on KMOX on the way to work. She had like one of the top 5 books on the Amazon worldwide bestseller, but is getting called out. Excuse me. Because she's a white woman and not the ethnicity that she wrote about. But again, it's a work of fiction. It's not. It's not a real story.
That's interesting.
Like the Grammys, it's a work of fiction, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that there are some songs and there are things out there. There's an anti-marketing culture, so I think that cancel culture thing, some people might be utilizing. She's got a top 5 book, and no one would know about it if that weren't being talked about. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if people who saw that story that I shared about how the Grammys are rigged pay more attention to it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost
anti-marketing marketing.
It's almost what do you call that when you tell somebody to do something? They do the reverse psychology.
Oh yeah.
Oh guys, it's terrible, and then you check it out, and I've checked it out. Dang it! You know what I mean? They got me. Yeah, that's what I wonder. I'm sorry for everyone who's watching this on YouTube. My camera shakes the entire time we're here because I hit this so much. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I know Billie Eilish won a lot of awards last night. I know Lizzo won a lot of awards. I know Dan and Shay won an award last night.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know that. I saw Billie Eilish when they had the camera on her. Did you see her mouth? Please not me. because
No, I
she was
didn't see that,
against
no.
like Ariana Grande and a bunch of other people, and she was like looking at the camera like, "Please, not me." And they didn't. She went, "Oh, like
Yeah.
she,
Well, it's weird for the best new artist to also get 5 other awards in the same night. So usually you're winning that award, best new artist, and nothing else. But she won
record.
6. Lizzo,
I'd say the record industry is cashing in hard on her and Lizzo then,
for sure. Yeah.
and keeping the tally over how many her and Lizzo got what.
I don't know how many Lizzo got, but I know Billie Eilish did pretty well. But that was
And Danny Shay got one, huh?
Danny Shay got one.
All right.
But there's only one country category.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Joey. You're just in time for us to end this. We've exposed the farce of the Grammys and award shows in this podcast. We've really realized I am 1/3 cancer free because that's the only place I've been scanned. Remy is now an uncle. And we got to get to work.
yes.
Have a good Monday, everybody. Thanks for coming by. See you in the next one.